Hello everybody, and today's our session about resistance and factors affecting the resistance of a conductor. In the previous session we have discussed about resistance. What do you mean by resistance? Resistance is nothing but obstruction for the flow of current. It is the obstruction for the flow of current. Obstruction for the flow of current. It is the obstruction for the flow of current, right? So resistance R equal to, it is the ratio of potential difference to the current. It is the ratio of potential difference to the current. Yes. So R equal to potential difference V and electrical current I. So the formula for resistance is what? R equal to V by I. R equal to V by I. Yes. What is the SI unit of resistance? SI unit of resistance is ohm, equal to, what is the SI unit of potential difference? SI unit of potential difference is volt, and SI unit of electric current is ampere. I mean 1 ohm equal to 1 volt by 1 ampere. This is about resistance. I mean it is the obstruction for the flow of current. If the current is more, resistance will be less. If the resistance is more, current will be less. They both are inversely proportional to each other. Try to understand, if the resistance is more, current will be less. If the current is more, resistance will be less. Okay? What are the factors that are affecting the resistance of a conductor? So the factors affecting the resistance of a conductor are nature of the material. It depends on the following factor. The first one is nature of the material. Second one is temperature, and the third one is length of the conductor. And fourth one is area of cross section. These are the factors which are affecting the resistance of a conductor. Nature of the material, temperature, length of the conductor, area of cross section. So the first one is nature of the material. Okay, nature of the material. Okay, what you do? Material you take same way. I mean, for example, you take wire is nothing but, it is nothing but conductor. You take two conductors. This is made up of copper. This material which is made up of copper, and the second wire which is made up of nichrome. So copper is a metal, and nichrome wire which is an alloy. Both are of same length, and area of cross section is also same. The thing is, the material, this first material which is made up of copper, and the second material which is made up of nichrome. Okay, so the factors affecting resistance of a conductor. So one of the factor is nature of the material. Okay, if the copper is less resistance when we compare to the nichrome wire. See, copper, which is a good conductor of electricity. The material copper, which is a good conductor of electricity, through copper wire, current flowing, which is 60 times more than nichrome wire. I mean, among these two materials, nichrome is more resistance when we compare to the copper wire. So almost all the materials which we are using in household circuits, that wire which is made up of copper wire. Why we are using copper wire? Because copper is a good conductor of electricity. So as we know that resistance is nothing but it will oppose the flow of current. It will oppose the flow of current. So nichrome has more resistance. If more resistance means less current. So nichrome has 60 times more resistance than copper wire. So I mean, from this what we understood that nature of resistance of a conductor also depends upon nature of the material which is made up of, whether it is made up of copper or nichrome or whatever the material. It depends upon the nature of the material. Okay, different material have different resistance. Copper has one type of resistance, whereas nichrome has another resistance. Understood? So from this we understood that resistance of a conductor also depends upon nature of the material. I mean, the material which is made up of what type of material it is. Whether it is a good conductor of electricity or else it is a bad conductor of electricity. If it is a good conductor of electricity, then resistance will be less. Okay, that is nature of material. And the second one is temperature. Okay, temperature, which is also one of the factor will be affecting the resistance of a conductor. As the temperature increases, as we increase the temperature, resistance also will be increasing. Okay, if we increase the temperature, second one, if we increase the temperature, if the temperature is more, then resistance is also more. So that is the second factor which is affecting the resistance of a conductor. If temperature is more, resistance is also more. As we decrease the temperature, resistance will be less. Okay, that is second one, temperature. And coming to third one, that is length of the conductor. Length of the conductor, which is very, very important. So let me rub these two. Nature of the material and temperature, as we discussed these two. Now coming to length of the conductor. Okay, length of the conductor. Resistance of a conductor also depends upon the length of the conductor. See, if the length of the conductor is more, if it is more length, then resistance will be less. I mean, resistance is more. See, if the length of the conductor is more, if it is length is more, then resistance is also more. If length of the conductor is small, then the resistance will be less only. Yes, are you understanding? This resistance of a conductor is directly proportional to the length of the conductor. As length of the conductor is increasing, resistance will be increasing. As length of the conductor is decreasing, resistance will be decreasing. Okay, if the length of the conductor is more, it takes more time to flow the current. Yes, it takes more time to flow the current. Means it is taking much time, then resistance will be more. Yes, if it takes less time, means resistance will be less. So length of the conductor is more, resistance is also more. So that is equation number 1. Okay. Now coming to fourth factor which is affecting resistance of a conductor is area of cross section. Area of cross section. What do you mean by area of cross section? I mean, see here, area, the fourth factor is area of cross section. See, this is my conductor whose area, this is our area of cross section. For example, 1 centimeter square. See, flow of current, I mean electrons are moving, then there is a flow of current. Okay, now let me increase my area of cross section. Okay, here area of cross section, see here electrons are moving as easily, because here compared to here area of cross section is very less. And here area of cross section is little bit more. I mean easily electrons can flow. When electrons are flowing, nothing but more current. When we compare to here and here only we have 1 centimeter square. For example, here you consider the 3 centimeter square. Here area increased. Then current is increasing. Current is increasing, nothing but resistance will be less. Resistance will be less. From this, we understood that when we increase the area of cross section, resistance will be decreasing. I mean, resistance and area of cross section, they both are inversely proportional to each other. I mean, resistance of a conductor is inversely proportional to the area of cross section. So, which is our equation number 2. These two are very, very important. The first one is length of the conductor. If the length of the conductor is more, resistance will be more. Second one, area of cross section. If we increase the area, then the resistance will be less. That is, resistance and area of cross section, they both are inversely proportional. As we are increasing the area, if we increase the area, more current, less resistance. Means they both are inversely proportional. Okay. Now from equation number 1 and equation number 2, I can write as from 1 and 2, I can write as R is directly proportional to L by A. R is directly proportional to L by A. Let me remove this directly proportional symbol. Then I can write as R equal to rho L by A. What is this? This is called rho, which is called specific resistance, which is a constant. Rho is here constant. We can also call it as specific resistance. Or also we can call it as resistivity. Here what is rho? Rho is called resistivity. Let me write here. Resistivity. Here rho is resistivity. Students, resistance and resistivity, they both are different. Okay. Here R is resistance. And what about rho? Rho is called resistivity. So what do you mean by resistivity? Let me explain what do you mean by resistivity. Nothing but, so resistivity of a material. Let me explain one example. To take one conductor, take a conductor. Okay. From that conductor, you take 1 centimeter cube. You take area of 1 meter square, and whose size is 1 meter. You take some conductor. From that conductor, you take a particular specific dimensions. You take a specific dimensions whose area is 1 meter square and whose opposite space forming a cube is 1 meters. Whose opposite faces forming is 1 meters. Okay, which gives us specific resistance. Which gives us specific resistance. Let me write equation for specific resistance as we got R equal to rho L by A. So cross multiplication R into A equal to rho L. Cross multiplication R into A equal to rho L. So now what you do? You take L towards left hand side, that is R into A by L equal to rho. So what is the formula for rho? R equal to R into A by L. R into A by L. So this formula you have to remember. This will be helpful for while doing numerical problems. So what is the formula of rho? Let me write here the formula of rho equal to R into A by L. Rho equal to R into A by L. As I told, what do you mean by resistivity? Here you will understand clearly. Let me take length of the conductor. If I take length of the conductor L equal to 1 meter and area of cross section A equal to 1 meter square. Length of the conductor is 1 meter and area of cross section is 1 meter square. Then I can say that rho equal to R into area is 1 meter square and length of the conductor is 1. So 1 gets cancelled. So what is rho? Rho equal to R. Okay. So here rho is specific resistance, or else we can call it as resistivity. So resistivity of a material, it does not depends upon length of the conductor, temperature. It depends upon only temperature. So actually resistance it depends upon 4 factors: temperature, nature of the material, area of cross section and length of the conductor. But resistivity does not depend upon length of the conductor. It does not depend upon length of the conductor. And one more important point is here, what are the units of resistivity? As we know that units of resistance is, we got the formula rho equal to, we have the formula rho equal to R into A by L. So what are the units of resistivity? As we know, resistance units are ohm and units of area is meter square and the units of length is meter. Let me cancel meter. So rho equal to ohm meter. So what is the SI unit of resistivity? SI unit of resistivity is ohm meter. So you try to understand the difference between resistance and resistivity. Okay, both resistance and resistivity completely they both are equal. So as we know that, let me compare resistance and resistivity. As we know that resistance is nothing but R equal to V by I. So it is the ratio of potential difference to electric current. What about resistivity? Resistivity equal to R into A by L. And the units for resistivity is only ohm. And what about units of resistivity? Units of resistivity is ohm meters. Units of resistivity is ohm meter. Resistance, it depends upon 4 factors. Nature of the material. It depends upon nature of the material, temperature, area of cross section and length of the conductor. It depends upon 4 factors. But whereas resistivity, it does not depend upon nature of material. I mean length of the conductor also. Okay, so that is the difference between resistance and resistivity. Resistivity, the formula is rho L by A. You have to remember this formula, rho equal to R into A by L. Here A is nothing but area, length of the conductor. So specific dimensions we will take. In a conductor, we will take specific dimensions of whose length is 1 meter and area is 1 meter square. Then you will get a resistivity. Okay, so let me do based on this one numericals. Based on specific resistance R equal to rho A by L R equal to rho A by L. A copper wire of length a copper wire of length 2 meters and area of cross section is cross section is 1.7 into 10 to the power of minus 6 meters square, has a resistance resistance 1.2 into 10 to the power of minus 2 ohms. Calculate resistivity of copper. What is the question? A copper wire of length 2 meters. Given length of the copper wire is 2 meters and area of cross section is 1.7 into 10 to the power of minus 6 meters square and has resistance is 2 into 10 to the power of minus 2 ohms. Now they are asking to find out, calculate resistivity. Resistivity, symbol of resistivity is rho, RHO. We can also RHO, rho. What is the symbol for resistivity? Rho. Rho equal to, we have the formula, rho equal to R into A by L. What is the resistance? Given resistance is 2 into 10 to the power of minus 2 into, what is the area? Area is given 1.7 into 10 to the power of minus 6 by length of the conductor is 2 meters. Okay, I can cancel 2. So that is 1.7 into, you can observe here, which is 10 power minus 2 and here 10 power minus 6. As bases are equal, power should be added. So that is 10 power minus 2 minus 6 minus 8. So rho equal to 1.7 into 10 to the power of minus 8, units are ohm meters. So resistivity of copper is 1.7 into 10 to the power of minus 8 ohm meter. Okay, so I hope you understood today's lesson about factors affecting the resistance of a material and resistivity. Thank you.